Good morning, dear friends. This is Mr. Rahul Jagannath Patil, Assistant Professor and Head Department of Zoology, Balwant College, Vita. Dear friends, on the behalf of Department of Zoology, Balwant College, Vita, I welcome you all on this third day of online 1 week certificate course on apiculture. Dear friends, today we are going to start the third day of our online course. The module number 4 is on bee flora. So, dear friends, our today's resource person is Mr. G.B. Pawar sir from ASC College, Mokada, Palghar. On the behalf of Department of Zoology, once again I hearty welcome to Dr. G.B. Pawar sir and requesting him to please deliver your lecture. Thank you, sir.
Hello everyone, myself Ganesh Babasu Pawar. I am working as Assistant Professor in Botany at Art, Science and Commerce College, Mokada District, Palghar. Today we are going to discuss about honeybee flora, the plants which are related to the honeybees. The plants from which honeybees collect nectar and pollen are known as the bee flora, or also called as the honeybee flora. Honeybees collect the nectar as well as the pollen from different types of the plants, and especially the flowering plants. And the flying of worker bees to collect the nectar and pollen from plants is known as the foraging. So for the collecting nectar as well as the pollen, honeybees always travel some distance, and that traveling is called as a foraging. So why honeybees travel and why honeybees collect the nectar? Because the nectar is the source of honey. So where the nectar is produced? Nectar is produced in the floral and extrafloral nectaries of the flower. And for that purpose, honeybees always visit the different types of the flowers. Also, while collecting the nectar, honeybees also collect the pollens, and pollen is the source of protein. Along with protein, pollens also provide the fats, lipids, minerals as well as different types of the vitamins. Besides getting the food for the honeybees, as a result of their visit, honeybees pollinate the different types of the crops as well as the flowering plants. Nature is beautiful, isn't it? And you will observe the different types of the flowers are produced in different types of the seasons. And the period when the abundant plants have nectar, it is called as a honey flow period. And the season when there is no honey flow, it is called as a birth period. So what are the different types of the qualities of honeybees? Honeybees are always smaller in size, they are covered with the hairs, and they easily carry nectar and pollens. One interesting thing, honeybees do not injure or harm the plants. They are always taking care of the plants. Also, the adult and larva feed on the nectar and pollen which are available in the plenty. We are lazy persons and sometimes we tend to use that. Today I have done a lot of work and I am not doing anything, so I will take some rest. But there is one good characteristics that we have to take from the honeybees, that they do not take a pause. They do not stop working. They always collect the nectar throughout the year. The body size and proboscis length is very much suitable for the many crops. So single honeybee can collect the nectar, collect the pollen as well as the pollinate the different types of the flowers. A single honeybee. And they can forage in extreme weather conditions also. So they cannot rest. So what are the effect of bee pollination on the crops? First of all, it increases the yield of crop. In the term of either it can produce the seed in larger quantity, it can produce the fruits in the larger quantity. It also improves the quality of the fruits as well as the seeds. It is also observed that the pollination can increase the oil content in the seeds of sunflower. Another one aspect is that some plants do not show the pollination. So there is no production of seeds, so there is no production of fruits also. For that purpose, we always need the vector which can transfer the pollens from the male plant to the female plant, and that can be done with the help of honeybees. For that, incompatible plants, honeybees are the very good agents for the pollination. Here, Tamil Nadu Agricultural University has shown following data. You will observe, in case of mustard, 43% yield is increased. In sunflower, 32 to 48. In cotton, 17 to 19. In lucerne, 112. In onion, 93%. And in apple, 44%. So, what is the scope of beekeeping for pollination in India? In India, you will observe the crops are spread about 50 millions of hectares. Then you will ask how much honeybees you will require. So 3 colonies are required per hectare, and when it is calculated for 50 million hectares, you will observe that you will require near about 150 million colonies for pollinating the Indian crops. And now in India you will observe there is only 1.2 million colonies are present. So that much scope is present for the honeybee keeping inside the India. So here is one success story. Jagjit Singh Kapoor from India itself. He took only 10,000 from his father and started the beekeeping. Can you imagine what is the turnover of his company nowadays? Last year, the turnover was recorded near about 280 crores with near about 35% increase in the sale. His company is providing the honeybee hives to the farmers. They are taking 1,500 rupees for each hive. So along with these monies, you will also get the honey. So how will you manage the honeybees for the pollination? We have to place the hives near the field, so it can save the energy of the bees. We have to migrate our colonies near to the field. When there is initial 10% flowering is initiating, you can keep the 3 colonies per hectare for Italian bee and 5 colonies per hectare in case of the Indian bees. So you can prepare your own garden for honeybee keeping. So what are the different aspects we have to prepare for our own garden? There should be the native flowers which are already present surround us. Then we have to again take care of the flowers must be colorful. Then there should be the blooms which are longer in nature, they can continuously present. Flowers should be fragrant. Early season flowers must be there, and we should go for the mass planting of the flowering plants. When you study the surrounding area, which plants are present nearby you, which flowering plants are present nearby you, which type of the crops are present nearby you, in which season they are flowering, you can prepare a bee flora calendar. It will be easy for any person to keep our honeybees in that particular area. So what data you will require for the preparation of a bee flora calendar? For preparation of a bee flora calendar, you will require the following type of the data. So this is one of the example from one of the research paper which is presented from the Nagpur area. You will observe the data requires the scientific name of the plant, what is the family, so you will require the scientific name of the plant, what type of the food source is taken by the honeybees, either it is taking the pollen or either it is taking a nectar, and after that finally the flowering period, which is very essential. The same type of the data is available here also. Naturally, the following plants are visited by the honeybees continuously. Every one of us has enjoyed the tamarind. Honeybees are also not exception for this. So tamarind indicus in Marathi called as a cheese. During summer season you have observed that the tamarind plant is totally covered with the flowers, and during that time you have also observed that number of honeybees are always foraging around that plant for the collection of the nectar as well as the pollen. So this is one of the important plant, again Agar directa indica, or also called as a neem. And when we consider this plant, it is also medicinally important. In Ayurveda, this plant has most important value, and it is always present in different types of the medicines also. So honeybees always tends to forage towards this plant also. After that, eucalyptus species, Marathi it is called as a Nilgiri. You will observe the plant is also medicinally important, and it is also visited by the honeybees for the collection of the nectar as well as the collection of the pollen grains. After that, the Pollamia pinnata, it is also one of the medicinally important plant. So this plant is also visited by the honeybees. Another one important plant is Moringa tinctoria. This plant is also having a medicinal value and also visited by the honeybees for the collection of the nectar as well as the pollens. This is one weed called as a Senecio pallidus. You will observe that sunflower like smaller flowers are present on the ground during the rainy seasons. So this is also one plant called as a Medicago sativa or alfalfa plant, and honeybees also collects the nectar as well as pollen from the Medicago plant. Another plant is called as a geranium. So ornamentally important plant as well as it's showing different types of the essential oils, and honeybees collect the nectar as well as pollens. So this is one weed called as a Sonchus arvensis. So these are the references which I used for my presentation. Thank you very much.